Hi guys, and I'm back with a new video. Today we have something definitely new on PC Crazy channel. We have the SilentiumPC Navis RGB 280 AIO. This is all-in-one CPU cooler with, well, liquid cooling, of course. So today we're going to unbox it. I'm going to show you how it looks. Definitely something different from everything we did on this channel. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. And later on in the video, we're going to put the Navis RGB 280 in SilentiumPC case. We're going to put some components inside, going to benchmark it, actually going to test it. We're going to see the temperatures because I heard it's a budget-friendly AIO, so you get a lower price, great temperatures and everything, and it does look really cool. It has RGB, so you could do whatever you want with it, any color you wish. So guys, let's unbox it, let's check it out. Since this is 280 millimeters, that means it has two 140 millimeter fans. The thickness and the depth and the height of the radiator is 140 millimeters times 310 millimeters. Then the thickness is 28 millimeters, and with fans it's 54 millimeters. But enough with the specifications of it. Let's just unbox it. I'm pretty curious because I was actually looking at SilentiumPC cases and AIOs and even CPU tower coolers because they have that as well, and it's going to be pretty cool to check it out. So basically everything is nicely wrapped. We have the RGB fans right here. These are completely different than usual, and here is the thing: you have the 4-pin PWM, and you have, this is really cool, you have the extender for the RGB. So you have the standard 4-pin 12 volts RGB connection here, and you have the extender here, so you could attach the other fan immediately to it. Now let's check. The other one is the same, of course. You have the 140 millimeter fan and you have another. So basically this is it. You just follow the arrows and you just connect it, and basically you have two sides more for connecting other stuff. Here you get all the accessories, so the brackets for the AMD and Intel processors, you get the thermal paste, you get all the screws, connections, everything. We'll leave that later. And what's this? We have the instruction manual. So basically you have everything here, and on the SATA connection, so for the power, you have directly a remote control that you could basically connect the fans and the pump to the controller and control the lighting through the controller. So you have the mode, you have the speed, and you have the color. But if you have a motherboard that has 4-pin connection for the RGB, you don't need a controller, you can directly connect it to the motherboard. Now let's check this out. Okay, let's see if we have something here. No, that's it. So basically the design of the radiator is pretty nice. There's no Silentium engravings, which is kind of cool, you know. I really do respect if manufacturer doesn't want to place their logos on everything, so that's pretty nice. You have rubber, they look kind of plain. You have rubber pipes here, but I mean they're black completely, so when you place them in a case and turn on all the RGB, you won't even notice it. Here, talking about the connections, you again have the adapter, the extender for the 4-pin RGB, and you have the SATA power for the pump. So basically you can run it only at one speed, but we'll check that out later. Here at the top you have the RGB CPU block here, that's basically the pump as well. And you have the S for SilentiumPC, so that's RGB, and you have a whole line around the AIO that lights up. At the bottom you have a copper base for cooling your processor. So the radiator is aluminum. You have two SilentiumPC Sigma HP RGB 140mm fans. They run at 800 to 1800 RPMs plus minus 10%, so that depends. 4-pin PWM for the power and 4-pin RGB. As for the CPU block, it's copper, as I said. The pump speed is 2500 RPMs, also plus minus 10%, and it lasts up to 50,000 hours. So that's quite alright. I mean, there's nothing more to say. I mean, 50,000 hours, that's quite enough. As for the RGB compatibility, you have Asus Aura Sync, you have the ASRock RGB LED, you have the EVGA RGB, you have the MSI Mystic Lights, Gigabyte RGB Fusion, and you have the SilentiumPC Nano RGB controller, which is included, as I said. So guys, this is it. There's not too much to talk about. I told you some specifications, but we're going to connect this in a case and then test out the temperatures while gaming or doing some random stuff. Okay guys, basically we can make a conclusion on the SilentiumPC Navis RGB 280mm all-in-one AIO. So basically they call it SPC. So I don't know why was I constantly saying SilentiumPC, but okay, SPC, SilentiumPC, whatever. So basically I had to place the radiator on the front. So this is basically the test for the case as well, because it can intake very nicely, and the thing that I was talking in the other video, that it has a nice distance from the fans and tempered glass, so we can get enough air to cool down everything. But we have 280, we have 2500X AMD Ryzen 5. Okay, I was playing Battlefield 1. I was playing, of course, more than you've seen in the video. So, and I had the temperatures, which are really incredible, actually. The settings on Battlefield 1 were on medium. You could see the FPS going constantly up and down, since it's a bit weaker processor, and the graphic card is 1660 Ti, but still, when you take in consideration that processor cannot push more, I think the Navis RGB 280 had and constantly contained the temperature around 48-49 degrees on full load. So the processor was almost constantly on 100%. The temperature was 49. Maybe I think at the end it went to 51, and that's it. That was tops. The temperatures were 49 average, really nice, and it's a nice price for 280 RGB. The prices and everything are in the links below. that's all there is to it. In the other video you could check the SilentiumPC Armis AR5X tempered glass RGB. It has 4 fans and their power supply Supremo FM2 750 watts gold power supply. So guys, stay tuned, don't forget to check the links below for the SilentiumPC parts. We have the Navis RGB 280 all-in-one cooler, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time guys, bye bye.